Michael Jordan is my favorite athlete of all time. Watching Michael Jordan, I would go outside every day and try to do the things.
I'm not going to debate that.
Don't know how
I agree with you there.
You don't know how many times I ran up to my goal outside and jumped with this hand and tried to switch it to this one after he hit the Lakers with it in game 1 of the finals.
You see like a little 5-foot white kid with his tongue hanging out like Jordan getting 6 inches off the ground.
But even with that, Tiger Woods is the most electric athlete of all time. And don't confuse it with an electric sport, right? Don't confuse it with watching a guy do something and you feel like it's so exciting. I got to jump out of my seat because of the sport. What you did was you jumped out of your seat and watched the sport that you never watched before because Tiger Woods was playing. Because there was this young dude winning majors, fist pumping, throwing golf clubs, getting people excited. If you go back to the Masters that he just won and watch the people follow him to the 18th hole, watch all of the camera phones flashing and the people videoing themselves, videoing Tiger Woods. He made a sport that, to me, I'm not going to say the people who love golf or the people who play it, that to me was a boring sport to watch. So boring that I didn't even want to play it. He made me sit with my dad, who loves the sport, just to see it.
Let me eviscerate you here. First of all, it can't be Usain Bolt. The reason it can't be Usain Bolt is not because he wasn't electric. He was. And he was a great track and field star. And I think if the whole sport were clean, he would still be the fastest guy, right? Okay, so it's nothing against that part of it. It's just that for the same reason it can't be Tiger Woods, it can't be Usain Bolt. Because when we say it's only a sport by a very broad definition, because it really only tests your fast twitchies, right? Like, how fast can you go from point A to point B in 100 meters, right? How fast can you do that? Well, that's an athletic ability, but it's only one specific kind. We don't know his manual dexterity. We don't know his ability to think on the fly, etc. Which is why track and field stars are usually failed football and basketball players. The best athletes, because that's where the money is, go into basketball and football. And the others fall down to track and field because you can't be a wideout because your hands aren't good enough, or you're not tough enough, or you can't adjust on the fly and improvise, or whatever else it is, but you're really fast, you go down a track and field. I know there are exceptions to this, but that's generally what it is. It's not going to be a track and field. It's not going to be a sprinter. And by the way, 100-meter dash, greatest Olympic event of all time, including the boxing. I love 100-meter dash. Can't be a guy like that for that reason. Similarly, golf. Look, when we say athlete, and I challenge anyone to come up with a better definition, it is a competition through which, like, what's a sport? It's a competition through which we can accurately assess the athleticism of its participants. So Tiger Wolf plays a game. We know his hand-eye coordination. We know his amount of mental focus.
Endurance, right? Because you're walking on the course.
Kind of.
Endurance?
Kind of. Not exactly, but kind of.
Endurance.
Dexterity.
Mental, there are things like that. But when I've heard the argument for Tiger Woods as an athlete, I hear he can bench press over 300 pounds, or he can run this fast. Yeah, you have to hear that, but watching him play his so-called sport, you'd never be able to know that because it's not really a sport the way we mean it. Basketball, football, even like you take baseball.
Are you going to answer the question ever? Are we ever going to get to your guy?
Even you take baseball and someone say, well, what about like some fat DH? But at least we know from watching him play baseball what kind of an athlete we think he is, right? You don't know that from golf. The answer is so obviously Michael Jordan.
Which is why it's not the answer, though.
Why? Because it's true?
Because it's just too obvious.
It's too easy?
It's too easy, right? Michael Jordan didn't necessarily do things, and I hate doing this because he's my
He
guy.
didn't do things that what?
He didn't necessarily, do things that we had never seen done. He just did them better. Right?
Same thing with Tiger didn't even do them better. Jack Nicklaus won more majors than him.
Look at the people Jack was playing against. Man, it wasn't like this. It wasn't specialized the way it is.
By the way, it wasn't like this when Tiger was playing in his prime either. Once it got like this, Tiger stopped winning.
My man back was hurting.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, that's true. Listen, it's not that Tiger isn't really, really, really good at golf. It's that a golfer is excluded, is disqualified from this conversation.
I agree with you.
When you say electrifying,
every golfer in the world.
Jackson. You're saying Tiger Woods is more electric? Do you understand? Do you understand that Bo Jackson's whole physical frame is made of electricity?
I do.
It wasn't made of regular molecules.
Tiger Woods made a sport that wasn't electric. He made it electric.
No, he didn't. It was still boring.
Tiger Woods made it transcend from the people who just love golf, or who the people who were allowed to play golf before others could. The people who had the money.
How does that make him electric?
It makes him electric because he made something that wasn't electric. He put it into it. He put electricity into something that electricity did not exist.
There was no electricity. Still no electricity in golf. golf.
He made.
You can take
Michael Jordan. He did make a 5'5" white kid in New York stick his tongue out, right?
I was 5 feet at the time, but go ahead.
Okay, but that 5-foot white kid would have grabbed the basketball anyway. He would have. Right. Tiger Woods made people who would never grab a golf club, right? Who would never sit on a Sunday and watch.
I understand your argument, but when we say electric, what we mean
that's what made it.
Allen Iverson was electric. Dominique Wilkins was electric. Saquon Barkley's electric.
You're keeping it to the sport, Max. But Max, you're worried about the sport. I'm talking about the individual.
I don't even understand what you could mean by this. Electric is not what you would apply. Like, everyone has to be very quiet now, and you can't make too much noise. And then you swing a golf club gently at a ball and try to make a putt. That's electric.
And here's the thing.
Michael Jordan used to jump up and not come down.
The little old lady who never talked, it made it hard for her to hold her camera when Tiger Woods was out there because she was so excited.
Do you understand?
When they're following behind him.
People weren't that excited, actually. No, not really. Golf fans were. And by excitement, they could do this. That means that they were really excited.
Oh,
you understand?
Michael
Jordan hung in the air
is based on the fact of how loud you can cheer, Max?
Michael Jordan hung in the air so long that the cover of SI was wondering, is there some kind of law of physics that can explain it?
You don't have to convince me on the type of athlete Michael Jordan was. I agree with you.
You think Tiger Woods is a more influential athlete than Michael Jordan?
100%. 100%. No, Michael Jordan did. Michael Jordan did. After Magic and Larry.
Still outsell LeBron's by 10 to 1.
I know, because I still buy him.
His kicks.
I still buy him. I know.
He basically invented the industry.
I'm so tired of you.
Michael,
we have another subject.
Michael Jordan's the most famous athlete who ever lived.
I agree.
It feels like
I'm not saying that Michael Jordan is famous.
Michael Jordan was a better basketball player than Tiger Woods was a golfer. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.